2,000 years ago, in a little town called Bethlehem, a young mother gave birth to a little baby boy. Though he was born to a very ordinary family, in very humble circumstances, this was no ordinary baby. On the night he was born, angels appeared to a group of lowly shepherds and announced to them, "We bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. Today in the town of David, a baby has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord." Who was this baby whose birth was to bring good news, bringing great joy to all people? The Bible tells us that this baby was God, choosing to become a human being to come and live with us, as one of us. God, the all-powerful Creator, took on the limitation of His creation and became a human being. He did this because of His love for all mankind, for you and for me. The baby Jesus grew up in an ordinary, humble family. He learned to obey his parents and to get along with his brothers and sisters. He learned the scriptures and he followed its teachings. He got hungry. He got tired. He experienced sorrow and tears as well as friendship and laughter. He knew the pain of being misunderstood by family and friends, of being criticized by strangers, and being falsely accused by self-righteous people. He was just like one of us, yet he was different. When he faced trials and temptations, he did not react as we usually do. Instead, he responded with integrity and patience. At times, he stayed silent without defending himself in order to show grace and forgiveness to those who harmed him. And when appropriate, he spoke the truth very firmly, but in love. He practiced what he preached. He loved people. He loved everyone, irrespective of whether they liked him or not. And in his teaching, he taught that we must love our enemies. He loved the unlovable and the unlovely. He loved the sinner and those who were rejected by others. He loved the poor, the needy, but he didn't neglect the rich and the popular. He loved them too. He loved all kinds of people, but not just in words, in action as well. And one day a woman who had been caught committing adultery was brought to him for judgment. The people were prepared to punish her and put her to death by stoning. The woman would have been ashamed and afraid. Jesus protected her and spoke kindly to her. And without condoning what she had done, he showed mercy. He gave her a second chance and urged her to go and live differently. One day, a blind beggar on the side of the road shouted for his attention. The people tried to silence the man. But Jesus listened to him, stopped, and healed him.
I am not blind anymore.
Although he was God, Jesus said that he did not come to be served, but to serve. He gave preference to others above himself. At the end of his life, Jesus shared a meal with his disciples when he took a bowl of water and washed their feet like a servant. And then he instructed them to serve each other as he had done. His death, though it was an act of injustice and was the culmination of the wickedness and scheming of human beings, was not an accident. Jesus This baby, God who became a human being, chose to come to this world and to die for us. 'He came to share our life. He came to show us love. He came to serve us, but more importantly, He came to save us through His death and resurrection. He came to take on a punishment He didn't deserve so that He could offer us forgiveness and set us free from a punishment we do deserve. God demonstrated His love for us in this, that while we were still His enemies, He died for us. After He was put to death and buried in a tomb, Jesus defeated death and rose from the dead. He spent some time with His followers, and after 40 days He was taken up to heaven. He will return to hold each one of us accountable. This baby, who was God, came to earth as a human being in order to die on behalf of you and me, so that you and I can receive forgiveness for our sin and be free from guilt and shame. This opens up the way for us to have a relationship with God. Jesus came to introduce us to God. You can experience this in your life today, and we hope that you will receive this gift that God is offering you this Christmas.